I don't think I would have expected to have looked like this or been doing this at 6:15 in the morning in Hua Hin a few years ago. But here I am off to Royal Golf, Hua Hin, for a round. Tee off time just before 7. So I'm about to play a course that was opened in 1924, first course in Thailand. And the transport I've got here, wow, it's pretty modern compared to 1924. Đi tận ngàn. I'll take that, a par on the par 5 off the ladies' tee on my first ever round at Royal Golf, with only one slightly lacklustre shot, which went the first lob wedge. The second though was an absolute pearler. Nice start. God, I hope I haven't peaked too soon. Just looking at the position of the ball in the distance, it really could not be better at my level. It's gone round the corner of this dogleg, or right into the centre of it, and it's just perfect. Okay, got to be ready for the scuffs and the mess. This is a good start because there's no one behind me. Time is now 7:02. Check this out.
ขวาปากขึ้นนิดหน่อยลง
Yeah. Funny how on the putting green just now, trying to work out the speed of the greens, I just kept missing the hole. And now I've started off with 2 1-putts from, 5 feet and then 8 feet. 2 pars to start. Nice.
Lục này, sao có lục không?
First bad shot of the day, not helped by the water going on behind me and the lady watering, but still it went to the left, not very far, and I saw it hit a tree and pop out, so it should be a shot. But yeah, can't complain about the start. What was nice there though is that it was like playing, you know, on an English course. Really old trees, obviously rough, not too bad, but you need a favourable bounce away from a tree, which is what I got. And yeah, well, hopefully this will be the start of a love affair with this one, although you never know, it could be divorce after a few holes, but still, it's beautiful. The trouble is this fairway goes uphill, so it's going to be a mountainous task to get even a 6, but you never know. That wasn't bad actually, 5-iron, at least I connected well, and it's going uphill, so I'm in a good position. Trong nè. That's a par 3. Wow. That is one hell of a beautiful hole, and I've actually got it over the bunker, despite the fact it's going uphill a bit. Used a 7-iron. So at least I didn't scuff it, that was nice. So anyway, I'm still 2 under bogey par. Nice little raised green to make it super tricky. Oh man. Not great, but it didn't go in the sand. Oh wow, it's much better than I thought. I thought it was like pulled terribly to the left with a huge chip to come. It's not that far from the pin.
think I might have just found a new favourite place in Thailand. I mean, not just because I've parred it, but this is just absolutely glorious, especially with no one around. It's only 20 to 8 now, just completed 5 holes. Very, very nice, just delighted. What I really like so far as well with the drives is that they don't look intimidating like that one with the raised tee box. It was just really inviting to hit off, because you felt that if you connected, obviously it's going to go, well, it's going to go up in the air anyway, but it just felt really, really nice to be playing it, and so I wasn't sort of trying too hard or anything, because I didn't feel up against it. I'm actually 3 under bogey par, so maybe some mares to come, but I've sort of weathered the mares so far, especially especially the R55 one, which I completely fluffed off the green the hole before last, the first par 3. It just went completely wrong. I think I even double hit it, but I don't think that counts as an extra stroke these days, because I obviously didn't intend to do it. Anyway, it's not going to in my game. But then I did a fantastic chipper at R55 back and still got the bogey par, so no drop shots, so none dropped so far. Then again on Sea Pines I didn't drop anything in the front 9 twice. Or certainly went evens and then -2 or something. So it could still go horrendously wrong, but it just sort of feels like a really nice, fair course at the moment and really enjoyable. But it could just be beginner's luck. But anyway, it's great that I'm enjoying it. See, that went 219 as well, which really helps. Saw that splashing through some water at the front of the green. Nice shot though. Just before the green, heading for the pin. came from, and it's a dog leg. Positionally perfect, but you can cut more off the corner. Lie is difficult for this one. First scuff possibly coming up. See? Just what I said. Look at that. That's only the second really poor shot. At least it's advanced, but completely topped it. Just wasn't sitting up at all, and yeah, it just got into my mind. Caddy was just saying how people come here from other places playing well and then come here and they start cursing the place because it's so difficult. And at the moment, I'm just finding it really nice to play. And the scenic beauty of it is just superb. Well, that fluff shot has now given me a very picturesque approach. At least I got it over the tree. First drop shot of the day, but after seeing that baby owl in the tree pointed out by the caddy, I don't think there's too much to worry about.
เอาวันไหนครับ
ไม่ใช่
อันนี้
เนี่ยวันโม
เนี่ยติ๊บ
อันนี้
วันโม
อะไรนะ
ติ๊บวันแพ็ค
ฟรีแพ็ค
ฟรีแพ็ค
free pack
อ่า
okay
เอาเลยครับ
อืม
เลือกเอา
เลือกเอาอันไหนก็ได้เลยค่ะ
um
อันไหนที่สุดดีเอาไปเถอะ คาราเม
เป็น
ล
อันนี้คนมา
Shrixon มีคาร์โลเวไหมคาร์โลเว
คารา
นู่น
เม
น่ะ
ล
คาราเมลเนี่ยข้างหน้ามือเลย
okay I've got a free one to go
ครับ
okay ขอบคุณมากครับ
เพิ่งมาครั้งแรกมาเล่นที่นี่ครั้งแรก
เดือนครับ
ก็โชคดีนะ
ขอบคุณครับ
โอเคครับขอบคุณมากครับ
ครับผม
Well, that's good. I just got some picture Callaway balls, 1,000 baht, nearly all in fantastic condition. And there's 20 of them. And then I get a free bag of, I don't know, half a dozen Callaways as well. So very nice. That felt like complete shocking shite. But it's gone, well, it's gone perfectly well. So this is not a long par 4, it's only about 285, so that's what makes it really good. It's been really nice joking with the caddy about just them saying, what do you think? I hit straight on this one. It's the most dead straight one you can imagine. But those balls, I mean, there were a few with a slight sort of pale mark on them from a marker pen, but some of them were absolutely immaculate and they're so expensive. And so to pay 50 baht each, I really only wanted about 10, but they're just heavenly. I might have to get one out of the bag soon, just so it's on camera. Oh gosh, the enjoyment of golf is alive and well. But then, yeah, to get the free half dozen as well of just sort of average quality balls means that that's actually quite a bargain. It's the first time in absolutely ages I've used the pitching wedge, and it was a 90 yard, oh god, I just realised, it was 90 yards, and of course I hit it about 100, 110, I didn't even think about it, it was the Vokey, but lovely to get such a good contact so high. Jinga. Well, she knows the role. what's really amazing is that it's 8:25, and even with that pit stop to buy those balls, which took, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes, there's still no one behind me. So this is a fantastic time to play. And there's just people watering, no mowers out, just like the girl said when I went to book up. She said that they do it 2 or 3 in the morning, I think. Anyway, that's certainly been the case. There's been very little noise, so it's been absolutely brilliant. Worst one so far. I can feel what I did though on that shot. I didn't let myself go and just play it. So it's the same on putting or chipping, anything. If you don't just let yourself go and trust what's happening, it doesn't quite go right. And that's why that pitching wedge went so well and went 15 yards over the hole. No, maybe even 20 yards over the hole. That's because that's the distance I hit it. Not 90. Just didn't even think about it in the moment. So yeah, and hence what happened. Just went perfectly high, straight, long. Ah dear. But at the moment I'm still 3 under, and this is the 9th. So it's starting very nicely. Not very good, but actually not disastrous. It might have been a semi-fluff, but it set up a beautiful distance. So that time it was 90 again, and this time bogey, this time on slanting green and uphill. I think I'll wait for the caddy to read that for me. So I know I've putted off the green a few times, but actual putts on the green I've only taken 13 so far, which is, you know, it could head towards the record. No 3 putts, lots of 1 putts. So putting really well. Again, so ironic when on the practice putting green, first thing I just kept missing the hole from about 2 feet, 1 feet, 5 feet. They're just completely off. Maybe I'm still waking up. Those Callaway pitcher balls really do work. So I did the front nine in 42, 3 under, bogey par, dropped a single shot on 1 hole, and haven't lost a ball. So I was using a TaylorMade, but now I've gone to those football style Callaways, seeing as I've got 20 of them. Well, that drive was beautiful, straight down the middle, and because I'm going off the ladies' tees, which are actually the length of the Chelsfield yellow tees, I get a chance on second shots to get to the green, and it's perfect for me, absolutely perfect. That was a pitching wedge, and it's gone, just because it was going uphill, it was about a 95-yard shot, I think, so it's fair enough because I was going uphill, but the it looks like it's a good short. Fortunately it's ground under repair, so you have to drop it. Such a great read by the caddy. She just said 1 ball right, so I went 1 ball right and nearly missed it on the left because I didn't give it a bold enough hit. But the new Callaway ball, first hole it's been used on, it works. It got a par. I noticed here as well is that you actually get some rollout, which is really helping. I mean, the last drive was going uphill and then over a hump so you couldn't see the rest of the fairway, and it went 208 yards. And that Zexio 3 Hybrid just went really well and carried on going. That's why I was looking that way for so long. That was a flop, real pity, but I was in a former divot with sand in it. But actually also, I must admit, I just didn't feel that it was 100 yards, even though my watch was saying 95. And that's a strange one, that. Because I was conscious of the bad divot. So yeah, that was a very poor shot. But look at this. Terrible. with that 8-foot putt to end that mare of a hole, or mare of a short game part of a hole, I got an 8, so it's only 2 drop shots, so I'm still doing well. And that tee shot was just sublime. She said to go down the left, I think, and you can't see this dog leg at all, so I'm just playing blind and just played the shot, and it just soared beautifully. Yeah, so partly that hole I messed up because in the distance from the camera there, I had a really difficult lie with the ball. I couldn't actually get under the ball, and then that just sort of made me short circuit, and I just duffed it 2 yards. And then the next one, obviously I thinned it terribly, so very strange. But it was off this sort of cow grass, but it was very flat and hard. It was a bit like playing off concrete, so it was not easy at all. But then to get that 8-foot putt, I mean, that was magnificent. And this hole is amazing because it goes downhill. This must surely be the longest drive of the day. Because I've done I think I did a 213, I think. But this is definitely, I mean, it's just gone a mile because it's downhill. That rolled down the bank. It was much too short, but not a bad strike, I guess. This is magnificent. It's a massive hollow. back again. So it's 13 holes down, and unfortunately I've now dropped back to evens. But that's not too bad really. Just watching someone playing, yeah. So drop down to evens. But I tell you what, if I was doing this, that thing about playing 3 rounds and trying to get my best, could do really well on this. And this is, after all, the first time anyway, so I don't think I can really complain too much about it when things start going wrong. And God, I just love it. It's absolutely brilliant. It's well exceeded expectations. I thought it was just going to be a bit sort of rough and living off its 100-year or 99-year history, but actually it's beautiful and the conditions are fine. Some of the lies are a bit sort of dry, but and a bit hard, but generally really good, so I'm enjoying it. The guardian of the bunker. Woof. A massive incline on this. It's 130 yards, but it's massive. Valley. That was a perler. Long break there, and some chats with some players going through who are Phalangs living locally, having a few beers. But nice, it was a good little chat. And then just pulled off the shot of the day on this. I mean, this is a par 3, but it's so intimidating with this horrendous valley. I heard one of them call it the Valley of Death. I thought, fuck. And took a 7-iron for a 130 shot and have gone, I think, over the pin. But really, shot of the day, without a doubt. only just stopped now. That's 3 putt of the day, but hardly surprising. That was unbelievable. I literally touched the ball and it was way too much. So it felt like quite a good shot, but was way too much. I still got away with a bogey putt. Thing is though, I'm still on evens after 14. I suppose I did that at the Sea Pine course, but that hole just now would be very interesting to play again, because you know, if I had sort of thinned that, overhit that putt by a lot, it would have been like, okay, fair enough. But I felt that I was just at a beautiful, subtle little tap. It just rolled and rolled and rolled. So that is the hardest green I've ever experienced in terms of roll. Quite unbelievable. I've been driving very well today, so straight, nearly all of the time. Now 10 o'clock and we're on the 15th. What a backdrop. Unbelievable. Let's roll out, look, 249. That's the longest shot I've ever done in Thailand, without a doubt. Well, a dreadful waste, but almost can't believe that would have gone 249, but I suppose it's going downhill. I don't know, maybe it's just not accurate, but I did hit it well, so who knows. Green, undulating, absolute delight. Oh wow, won't see it on camera, but it's just amazing. par. Monkey hole. That was horrendous. I'm starting to hurry a bit now, which is a shame because there's people behind. But still, I think I'm still on evens actually. Or am I one under? I can't remember. Maybe even one under because of that par. But whatever happens now, I know I will be coming back here regularly because I absolutely love it. But obviously you got to play when there's no one around. This is a par 3, but she said it was 180. So actually I'm not too badly off for a 4. Thank God. Well, I'm actually 1 under bogey par with 2 to play. So improving on Sea Pine, where I collapsed after, was it 13 or 14 holes? Now this course might be easier, but it's definitely a Chelsfield sort of difficulty, possibly a little bit harder. But anyway, definitely harder when you've never played it before. So successful overall. Nice trees. It was low, but a runner. I think what really matters about today is that I was suspecting that I would walk off this course going, oh God, what a terrible experience. I don't know why, but I was just thinking that. And in a way, this could be the better experience than Sea Pine. Even though after 3 rounds that was absolutely fantastic too, but probably a bit too demanding for me really. But this is more like a course that I can actually do reasonably well on, and as I've done today so far. But but it's lovely. I really like it. And walking distance from the hotel, even with carrying my bags. It was only 15 minutes, if that, and perfect. So you don't even need to go out to a resort or anything. You can just walk there and back, and yeah, I'll be coming for more, without a doubt, which is a great thing to be saying. Very tricky lie, that. So completely sort of thinned, but it's not a problem. I haven't got into any trouble. And it was that sort of rock hard ground again, where I'm just not confident enough to try and get through it. And so I tend to just try and clip the ball off, I guess. But still, I've advanced. Still chance of a 5 on this par 4. Dire. So set up a tense finish because I'm back down to evens on the 18th. So if I par it, I get under bogey par, which would be 89. If I bogey par it, I get 90. A long wait there for the guys in front who I was chatting to before, and a bloody fly buzzing around my ear as people are coming up from behind, so to speak. So actually it hasn't gone too badly, just went high in the air. and to the right, but it's okay. I'm really pleased with that shot because it was 200 to the green, so there's no point in trying to get to the green, but I need to get distance, and obviously what I wanted was a clean contact, and I went low but went well, went straight, and will only be about 40-50 yards from the pin, bang in the middle of the fairway or just to the right a bit, so no scuff. Great compromise shot. It would have been nice to get a nice high flighted ball, but it was much better to get some distance and a clean strike. So the time now is 20 to 11. Must have teed off about 7, maybe a bit before, so basically a 4-hour round. Well, what a time to pull out my best shot with the R55 today, when I was half thinking I might well pin it. Actually hit the pin but didn't smack it, just bounced before and just hit it, but without smacking. So now I hold this putt and I get 89, don't hole it, I get 90, but 90 is bogey par, so it's win-win. Absolutely brilliant. People coming up behind, but that's 89 on my first ever round at Royal Hua Hin Golf Course. Well, that's absolutely put the Royal Hua Hin Golf Course on my personal map, because I ended up with only 29 putts, even though I did a couple of 3 putts. I got 7 bogey pars, 7 pars, no lost balls, even though I changed the ball so I could use one of those new ones. Back 9 was on +2, 47, front 9 -3, 42, total 89, which is one under bogey par. Not bad for the first time playing a new course. And it's just, I will be coming back again and again if it's like that. Thoroughly enjoyable throughout. So delighted. June 30th, 2023, a new course on my map. Brilliant. And what a finish. That R55 was so good. And then just rolling in a short putt. So just a fantastic ending to a brilliant 4 hours, which I just loved. Well, I don't know who this old boy is, but he was probably playing in 1924 when it opened. But what a fantastic experience it's been playing here today. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And now I'm walking back to the hotel. Well, it was such a memorable first round that I nearly went and bought a cap. They're only 350, but I decided I'll go back and get them afterwards, because having spent all that money on those new balls, that seemed a bit excessive to buy more stuff. It's only a short walking distance. So yeah, I'm just as excited about those balls as anything else, and the fact that I didn't lose the one that I used is even better. What a day. That was interesting just then. As I crossed the road, the guy I held my hand up to make sure he didn't run me over, I didn't even notice at first that it was a Falang, but it was one of the guys on the course drinking their beers. Anyway, he went past on the motorbike and he had his clubs strapped across his not across his back, but obviously hanging partly on his back, but they were settled on the back of his moped. So obviously stick out a bit, but look pretty good. Probably easier to do that around here than Bangkok, but I don't know, gets your mind thinking. So right now it's only 20 past 11. Feels like I've been out all day, but I suppose given that I was up at 4:45 and then teeing off at 7, it's not really surprising, is it? This bag weighs a freaking ton. But what's interesting is that last night I put my alarm on for 5:40, thinking that if I didn't fancy playing I wouldn't have to get up. I just wouldn't bother, I'd rebook. And then during the night, I don't know what time, it was probably 2 or 3, I turned the alarm off thinking, God, I just can't even imagine trying to swing a club. So turned the alarm off, and then 5:35 I just got up naturally. That was it. Got changed, came down for breakfast at 6, had breakfast, and then wandered off, and I've had the best golf experience so far in terms of lack of frustration and just enjoyment of the game. So that's 4 rounds in 5 days. I think I'll have a bit of a break from golf now. Oh, hello darling, I see you already. Just had a marvellous time. Yes, I didn't get a hole in one, but I see I didn't need one. I'll be over in a second. Oh God, how beautiful to come back. I mean, really, it was a magnificent morning. I just so enjoyed it. And even though, I mean, I got 89, so that's fantastic. But actually, I could definitely, obviously, get a lot worse, but definitely get better as well. It's very much a Chelsfield sort of course. And yeah, could get better than that. Could go into the mid-90s just as easily, but it's really, really enjoyable. And I think the standout today was, apart from the filming and those fantastic Callaway balls, Caddy was brilliant, and I think really the standout, I suppose you'd have to say putting. It only took 29 putts, but some of those I did get putts off the green, and the greens were tricky. Some of them were very tricky, so that was good. I think the standout was driving, because I don't know how many, but quite a few were over 200 yards. And I still can't believe the one I did that said 249, and I suppose it was going downhill some of the way. But anyway, I don't know. But just fantastic. Really, really enjoyed it.